Yes, boys. We're back.
Back again.
Back in the studio.
Yes.
Episode 72.
Yeah,
72.
Hey, big up Banks.
Yeah, big up, Big.
Come on, every time.
Big up Banks,
Yes.
every time.
No, round of applause for Bangs now. Come on, round of applause for Bangs, man. Come on, man.
At the moment.
I'm on the camera.
Yeah, man.
Plugs us, man.
And you're here with a familiar face. You'll know him.
Pause.
Man, like.
Why for that?
I'm not gonna
Don't worry. We'll hear it back.
But yeah,
Yeah,
man,
back
we'll
in the
dive
familiar
straight-
face.
We got
We'll
AJ
dive straight
again.
into it though. So there was a clip online, and I'm gonna play it as well. But the main quote was that any man without kids dating a woman with kids is settling. Yeah. So I'm gonna play the clip. I'm gonna play the clip and see what you lot think.
Bangs got something to say.
It's kind of warm in here.
Temperature.
Your response, if you were raised in that way by a single mother and there wasn't a father there and someone came into your life and helped you out, do you think you would feel the same?
Yes, I would
What is
feel.
your situation?
I would feel absolutely the same. I would be thankful for whoever stepped up. But me growing into a man and understanding the analytics and everything that comes with being a man, me personally, if he had no kids, I would be like, you had to settle for my mom. You were a loser who couldn't get anybody else, so you had to settle.
Okay, it's your thought process.
No, mind you, this is my mom. I love her to death. I'm not shitting on my mom. I'm just saying, as a man, any woman, I don't care who it is, if she already had kids by another man and you didn't, you settled.
No, I don't agree with that because everybody has their own choice, free will.
No, I know free will, but okay, free will. You got the free will.
Okay, let me ask you this. Your response.
You got the free will. God put two men right here, side by side. They are identical. They're the same in every way except their bank accounts.
Okay.
This one broke, he gonna stay broke forever. This one rich, he gonna stay rich forever. God said, pick one and you stuck with that till you die.
You already know the rich one.
Okay, so the
I ain't gonna lie,
the equivalent of the rich guy is the woman with no kids. The equivalent of the broke guy is the woman with the kids. So if God put two women that's identical, everything the same except she has kids, she doesn't. Messiah, pick one. You stuck with her forever. Why would he pick the one with the kids?
Okay, I see your thought process.
Okay, you got the free will.
Do you know what?
So much to.
So
A lot to unpack there, innit?
yeah, there's a lot. Yeah,
There's
so
a lot to that,
I said
yeah.
we'll talk about this discussion, but kind of in our own way. Do you know what I mean? So from the quote, what do you guys agree?
No,
From
because that's on the basis that
Yeah.
someone that has kids is less than someone that doesn't. Just on that principle alone. I've dated someone that had kids before, and I don't have kids, and I dated someone that had a kid, but
Because you like
was it? And was it a reason why things didn't go further? Yeah, it was. It was probably one of the biggest reasons why I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm not too sure if I'm ready to step into this stepdad kind of role.
Yeah.
Or if she's even expecting me to, or like at some point in this relationship, I'm gonna have to do it. She might not expect it from me right now. In 3, 4, 5 years, when I've got a rapport with this kid,
gonna be
I'm gonna
inevitable.
have to do that at some point.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
being the type of person I am, probably
Yeah.
would do that anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's on the basis that her having a kid would made her any
All right.
less. But then someone would say, well, yeah.
So then,
Because
if she didn't have a kid, would you say that there was probably more?
there was more
potential?
possibility. There's more, yeah.
So then I guess that's kind of
It is.
Yeah,
It
but
is
that's
kind
that's just
when you
one
think.
variable.
yeah, of course. Obviously, we're here to.
No.
So I just
No, bro. I know you got
I
a
was
lot
just
to
gonna
say.
say, I was just gonna say that's just one variable though.
Yeah.
Because a lady might have had a child through a complex situation and she's not with that father anymore, but she's a good woman. And you see that, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I won't mind being in this child's life because this is a good woman.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna let that stop me from having something good. At the end of the day, regardless of what anyone says here, it's down to that own person's happiness. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's so many miserable people in this world that will tell you, "Nah, you settled." You can think I settled if you want. I saw gold, man. You get what I'm saying? When you're there, look outside, saying the streets ain't got nothing, I'm at home having home cooked meals, playing games with the son.
Playing,
Do you get what I'm saying?
having family dinner.
It's not just him that's got Capri Sun. My beers are stopped. Do you get what I'm saying? There's juice in the yard. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying you're going there to leech off that person.
Nah, but
you work together. But
nah.
you've seen that there's qualities in this woman that's not going to stop me from having a good relationship just because they have a child. If the child is, this is what I'm saying, there's so many variables. If the child is really young, like a baby, it might be easier for you to adjust. It might be harder for you to adjust because obviously that's a fresh situation with her baby father and her. Maybe she needs some time to sort out the dynamics between them two before you get involved. If she has a 10-year-old or maybe let's say a 5-year-old, it could be different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it comes with baggage. It comes with baggage, but it depends on your opinion. It depends on what you want. I wouldn't say a man's settling.
Yeah, I wouldn't settle.
She could have something extra to her for the simple fact that she's got a kid. Because she's got a kid, there's something about her now that you actually like in her that maybe she didn't have before she had kids. So now you're benefiting from it. So again, live your story, man.
I think what you're saying makes sense. That like there's times where you might be with a woman and she's got kids, and it's the fact that she's showing that maternal side and the instinct that makes you fall in love with her even more. I get that. Where I kind of think that I hear what my man was saying, I kind of agree a little bit, is that I don't think any man when they're 18 years old says, I don't know, my ideal woman when I grow up is a woman with kids. That's not mine.
Yeah, no.
No, exactly. So I don't think that. So I think when that happens, there is an element of, yes, you settled, but I don't. In saying that, I don't think settling is a bad thing. I think settling means somewhere where you are comfortable, where you are like, yeah, you know what, this is me. I'm happy with that. Obviously, there's variables along the way, but I think just going from what he was saying, I think.
Oh, no,
because of what he, because that's not what you envision for yourself. You haven't cut yourself off from that, but you haven't envisioned that for yourself.
But it's still, I don't believe that just because you haven't envisioned it doesn't mean you're settling. I feel like settling is a wrong word.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Do your thing. Go on.
All right, you guys are all polite and nice and everything. I'm just gonna say how it is. Let's take the word. You said the term was a man with no kids marries or
gets with.
Commits to. A woman with kids is settling. Let's get a definition of what words mean. Settling. If let's say someone's going to court, right? You're the word, and someone was offering a settlement. The person that offers a settlement, or the person that settles, is the person that could have got more but opts out to get less in that moment, right? So let's say I'm taking you to court. I'm going to sue you for 100 million, right? You are going to offer me a settlement. It's left for me to accept or decline that because I've got the position and power and leverage to get more. Correct?
Did he know about this?
Do you understand? Exactly. Do you get it? So me taking that 50 million would be settling because I could have gone to court and got 100 million. So settling is when, for example, he could have got a woman that's either equal to or better that has no kids. But he's chosen and opted out of that to be with a woman that has kids
because he liked her.
Yeah, then I'll say he's settling.
Yeah.
However, if he couldn't get, and if he couldn't even get, then it's not settling because that's your standard, that's your level.
That's your,
I hear you. But then,
how would you know?
My thing is that
source,
you lot are missing. You lot are and maybe because I live with my missus and she's a mum now, yeah. But you lot are missing the point of we're talking about this as if the woman doesn't have a say in it.
No, but you're missing the point.
No, but I'm just saying.
The point is from his perspective.
What?
The point is from the man's perspective.
When I said no,
because what tends to happen is this: it's beneficial to the woman with kids for this guy to come in.
Not all the time.
Do you get it?
Because a woman is very protective. Don't underestimate the protectiveness of a lioness and a cub. Do you get what I'm saying? What? Like I've actively seen women say to a man, like they like the man's good for them and whatever. If my child don't like you, it's not gonna work.
That's fine. If the guy's worth his salt, he'll just say no problem. Why am I finishing another person's save game anyway?
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That's not settling though.
It's
if she says, "All right, I'm gonna bring you into my child's life because that's the most important person to me, and I have feelings for you," and he commits to that, that's not him settling.
I think based on
my definition, that's the only one I'm gonna know.
Based on the way that you put it was basically what I'm thinking.
You're thinking, right?
Because I'm thinking, you know, Aaron, you've always said about sorry to call your name, but like you've always said like, you know, the 80-20 rule, kind of like
like don't swap your 80
swap your 80 trying to get the 20% that you're missing, kind of thing. So I'm thinking, well, if you met a woman who has a kid and you kind of you really like her, you want to commit to her, but she has a kid, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of you settling because you're choosing to like, I don't know, stay here when you could go and make a life with someone else.
Man, I don't agree, bro. Do you know why I don't agree? Because when you move to a woman on the road, you don't know she has children straight away, bro.
Yeah, obviously.
You like her for her.
When it comes, when the information.
So then how does the settling come into that?
Let me say me personally. I'm married, right? I'm married. I'm thinking legacy. Why? So let's see it as this: when you're, I'm guessing anyway. I haven't been with a woman that's got kids on purpose, deliberately, but like, because it's like, why would I, like, how do I put it? Why would I opt into a situation that's not ideal deliberately by choice? Do you get it? It's like, please take it as an analogy as it is, like, because it is.
Yeah.
If you could have a fresh Lambo from the showroom for 100 bags, and someone tells you, no, but I'm also selling you this used Lambo, that needs that's gonna require
that's got mileage on it.
mileage like it still looks good. It still looks good and everything. However,
Seats all ripped.
you're gonna have to. There's gonna be an additional responsibility of engine repair, this repair. You're automatically thinking
it's on finance, so the bank still have a say on certain
and
things.
wait, and it's the same price. The showroom, never driven. Everything in that car will be yours and yours alone. Used car, and requires additional maintenance and repairs on some certain things from day one. Both 100 bags. You telling me you're gonna go for the?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But then
that's what it is.
No, but it's not, because
it is though.
No, but there's so many different variables.
Do you know?
Okay, I'll give you another part. I'll give you another part that comes with it.
But no one's ideal has ever been from the start to be like, you know what? I'm gonna get older. I'm gonna end up with someone who's got kids already.
But bro, what if you're like, right? So let me land. Cool. So if you're like 35 and your priorities have changed of what you want, maybe you're a busy man. You might be a high value man in that you don't have much leisurely time, and maybe she doesn't because she's there looking after her kid. Blah blah blah. It might work for you. That situation might be ideal for you.
But you see what happened though. You see what you said. You said when you're 35 and your situation changes. What has it changed from? So it's gone from something to something else.
I'm not saying, but that's
based on
life
everyone's
though, isn't it?
principle.
Life's
Based
about
on everyone's principle, bar some, everyone's settling down.
Whoa, really and truly. No, really and truly, because at the end of the day, when you are younger and you reach for the sky on things, do you know what I mean? You reach for the sky until obviously life happens, and then you realize what's attainable and what's not. You start to get hit with certain things that make you think that, all right, cool, maybe, I don't know, I can't be a footballer, or maybe I can't pay for certain teams. Do you know what I mean? We had that realization growing up that, we can't make it. Do you know what I mean? So then you change your thing, and you start to think, all right, cool, you know what? Maybe I might go into a job. Maybe I might go college. Maybe I might go uni. I've settled, but again, I'm not saying. I'm saying I'm the one that first said settling is not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, but
do you know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is like the way that this guy was talking about the situation was like he was disrespecting his mum. As far as I'm concerned, he was disrespecting his mum
and the guy that raised him.
The guy that raised him disrespecting his mum, because as an only child, or as a single, like your mum's a single parent, you know that your mum's a good person. Like, to be fair, there's some man that will say, you know what, I know why my mum's single because she ain't a good person.
Hold on, bro.
She can't hold down a man. But there's some mums that know how to look after a man, but they ain't found somebody, that they want to settle with or they want to make a life with because they can't give their time to that person because everybody's scared of getting hurt and they don't want no nonsense person. If the right man comes along, he vibes with this woman, he's tired of all the other women out there that ain't offering
tired of the
what
streets.
this woman's offering to hold him down. Even though she has a child, no fault of her own.
AKA,
You know what I'm
she's
saying?
better
For
than
me,
other options.
she's better than other
For
options.
me,
That's what I said.
wait. For me,
That's what I said from the get-go.
you see in the video when he was talking about he was grateful
the
for,
guy.
and then he goes on to call the guy a loser.
There was no need for that.
That is mad.
That's American logic, though,
bro. This person
need for that.
has come into your life, your mother's life.
Gave you stability.
He stepped up. You're not even his child.
But that's
But
what
he's
he said,
he's
though. He said,
providing
"I'm
for you.
grateful
He's-
for the guy who stepped up."
But how can he then
How
turn around
did
and
that?
call him a loser?
I'll tell you why. He's looking at it from an object. See, what tends to happen most times is this: people that are in, let's say, a particular situation, they pitch from the position of that situation. They don't pitch objectively. Like if we're being real, like as let's say someone's an employee, they're gonna say, "Why am I not getting more money when I'm making the company more money?" When you become a business owner, you wouldn't say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get
it's
it?
this perspective that
yeah,
you're
it's the
looking at.
perspective. So what the reason why the guy's calling him a loser? It's not that he is not appreciative. He's saying from an objective view, someone that's outside of the situation. For him, he benefits. The benefit is to him.
But that's
then
from
this
his point of view.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
this situation, it triggers a lot of emotional response to think, hold on, no, how are you a loser for settling, or settling's a bad thing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
when we start to think about the answer of whether we agree or not, I feel like we're thinking from an emotional kind of
Standpoint. I hear you.
I
hear
think we're
you,
thinking
but
it from
I
an
think
objective standpoint,
that's what I think.
from the fact that the truth, unfortunately, just because like it's just like how it's, you prefer to be rich than poor. Like that's just an objective truth.
It is what it is.
However,
You just don't
when
like
the person's poor now, the poor person's going to be like, "Oh, but money's not everything," because they're poor right now. You get it? Because instead of them just to take
But
themselves
that's
out of
one
it,
perspective though, bro.
Do you get
Because a person from a rich background will be like, you
It's
don't
better to
even
be
know
poor.
what you have. No,
He'll
it's not
never say it's better to be poor.
It's not. He won't say it's better to be poor. She won't say it's better to be poor. But a lot of those kids that are richer, they're going for abuse. They're neglected by their parents, bro. They will see us.
obviously there's cons to every side.
No, but this is exactly what
So
I'm
if-
trying to say, bro.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's,
so, yeah,
it's
yeah,
down
go
to your point of view, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? He tried. Sorry. It's down to your point of view. Do you get what I'm saying?
I did it, I actually did it still.
All right, I'm wrong. So
I'm done.
I'm wrong. But what I'm trying to say is that they will look at some of us and be like, "You're so lucky. You have a big family," not knowing the problems that come with having a big family, not knowing the dramas that come. It's a typical thing of
The grass.
the grass is not always greener on the other side. Do you get what I'm saying? Just because it looks like that from where we're sitting, doesn't
not.
mean it's like that. And just because it looks like that from where you're sitting, doesn't mean it's like that. So like AJ is saying, it's all objective. He's well within his right to say he thinks the guy's a loser and he thinks that he's settled. But someone with a different mindset, maybe a more mature mindset, might see why he's saying that, but it's not a settling for him. He's actually gone for someone and found someone that he likes, so he's going for that person.
I've
Do you
been
get
in
what
that
I'm saying?
situation twice.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
my partner now, when I got with her, she had a child. She has a child. My previous relationship, when I got with her, she had a child. So I've been in that situation twice where I've been the person, the dad, doing a daddy role.
Can I say though, but in this situation, you also have kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So therefore, it's
balance.
like it's balance. Do you know what I mean?
So then I'm out of the question.
So, what are you trying to fight?
I'm not. I hear it.
The
I'm saying I
objective
hear
truth
it.
is this: no one. Okay, let's say all of us had sons. Are you gonna sit your son down? Yeah. Now imagine your son like is the best version of himself.
I know we're going.
No. Like, let's say as it is truthfully.
No, I'm not telling him
for
to settle.
anyone's feelings. Yeah. You have a son. Your son is well to do. You think your son is, of a certain caliber, of a certain class. Like he's built himself up to a certain level.
Yeah.
He's carrying your last name. You're gonna sit down and say, son, when you're looking for a wife, please go and look for a girl that's got a child.
No, but that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking that first and foremost.
No,
so
I'm not gonna
that's
say that.
never going to be the direct instruction, right?
Never.
But you will always tell him to go and find a single good girl, right?
Yeah.
But
No, I'm just showing you the realities. Like no one, because we always make it seem like
Okay,
it's
but
nothing.
then-
It's
but
the
then-
same.
okay,
no
so
one
then-
ever advises their kid and says, And then the question is, why don't you advise?
But then,
you
okay,
wanna
flip the
exclude
script. Then what if your son has a one night stand with a lady that he barely knows, and he's saying, "I don't want to look after his child."
Obviously, these are anecdotal.
No, but
Like, do you know what I mean? Like extenuating circumstances.
But
We're talking about the norm.
I hear it, but I think
We're talking about
when
the norm.
you're looking at the what ifs and all that. But the bottom line is,
I agree with what
you
you
wouldn't tell your son.
You wouldn't tell you would advise that.
I'm not saying I would. I'm saying that I don't think just because someone is going with a lady that has a child, I don't think that they're setting. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that what you lot are saying.
If that's the best he could get, he's not settling.
Bro, all I'm saying,
if he could get better, he's settling. That's what settlements mean.
Like, put it this way. That's why I said earlier. Then everyone's settling. Then.
Well, not necessarily because
if you have a
if I got the best that I can
yeah. It depends though. Obviously, it's a hindsight thing because you'll never know what you could get.
Right.
Again, when you're younger and you're growing up and you're aiming for the sky with the job that you want to do or your dream, whatever. Reality then sets in, and then you get hit with the harsh reality that
this is
what I've got to do. Do you know what I mean? And that's literally.
I hear you.
Do you know what? I think it's interesting, because even from a personal standpoint, I grew up with my stepdad for most of my years, and my parents were married like from a very young age, and then my parents divorced like 16. But for a good 16, 17 years of my life, I had a stepdad, and it's funny when you grow up, you kind of then look at. My mum had my older brother when she met my stepdad. So he met a woman that had already had a kid. He had kids himself. He had one kid himself.
Yeah.
But it's just very interesting to kind of see how I've now grown up and looked kind of like at the appreciation for someone stepping into my mum's life and taking that role. But equally at the same time, would I go and then do it myself? No. That's why I thought it was a little bit far fetched. Him calling him a loser and stuff like that. But then that might be down to. But that also might be down to what's happening in their relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but for the objective, just off the bat.
Like no,
it's not.
I wholeheartedly
it's
hear
not
that.
ideal.
No, you're gonna go out and look for. This is what I'm trying to say. I agree with you lot in that sense. You're not gonna tell your son, go for this woman that's got a child or twins and look after and be the man that you should be.
So I agree with what you're saying.
What
You're
I'm trying to say is that
100%.
if you're going about your day and you move to a woman, right, or you move like whatever, and you like her and your vibes with her, and you find out that she has a child and you still pursue her, I don't think that's you settling. You actually like the woman.
And you don't. Do you?
I agree with you. I
feel like a lot of women are aware of that as well. That of the thing that they have a kid. Like you might see it. Like if you're on Hinge or something like that. Some girls will know I have a kid. So if this is a problem, like swipe away. Like do you know what I mean? Swipe past me.
It's something that they feel they need to
disclose
put out there because some. Guys,
and they're doing the right thing because they're saving themselves from any drama from the get-go.
And the reason why it's like that is because what you guys are saying essentially is right in the sense of no man is gonna choose a woman with a child over a woman that's single if they have the same qualities. That's a fact. What I'm trying to say is that I don't feel like if a man does decide to do that, he's settling because I think he likes the woman.
Let's just clarify as well that for the woman, like in this discussion, we're not saying that the woman with the child is any less than the woman without the child.
Yeah, of course not.
Because you got to look at the positives as well. A woman with a child has already showcased the fact that she can be a mum.
Yeah,
she already
has those qualities and those values.
Or how she's gonna be like as a mum. Shall I say? She's already showcased how she's gonna be. So you could already make that judgment based off. Alright, this is how you do things with your kid.
Put it this way.
I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you might meet a single woman and you're thinking,
she's nasty. Drawers on the floor, can't even stretch rest.
Do you know what I mean?
Who's the settler now, blood?
You see what I'm saying?
You go to a woman's house, she's telling you about KFC, and you go to your missus's house where she's got her child, and you're getting curry goat and rice with salad. Are you mad?
And the Guinness punch. Yeah,
Alright, I'm settling. You be there, bro. I'm settling.
I'm done.
I hear you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it's in comparison.
Yeah.
Now, I'm talking from an objective. We don't know anything about the. I'm just talking about the guaranteed cons of both. Let's look at the guaranteed cons. You're with a single, they're equal. The only difference is that one has a child. It's gonna be likely that like because the only reason why this woman, let's say she has a child, right? There's only well, let's say the scenarios. Her baby father's still gonna be in her life. He's not in her life, but he's still the father of that kid no matter what. Or he's dead or he's in jail. That's the 4 options you got, right?
Yeah.
Now, you've decided to go with this woman and let's say her baby father's in the kid's life. At what point you can't tell him to not be involved? You've now decided to have a relationship that's got 2 extra entities.
You're going deeper now, bro. I think you're going
I'm just saying the reasons why not. Reasons why he would probably say something like that because he's thinking of the cons. He's thinking, okay, so now I got to continue someone else's save game. Now I'm automatically responsible for another person. No, because it's the facts. Look, she's decided to lay with that man. We're talking about like before anyone brings some anecdotal or what if she was raped. We're not talking about them. That's out of their control. We're talking about people that have made the decision. She's decided to lay with that man unprotected and bring a child into this world. So she's giving him an offspring. She's giving him the highest honor she could give him already. That's him. We're not even gonna go into what type of person that is because imagine if that person is now a bum or some like some guy that's not even like your level. Now you have to deal with him. You can't run away from it. You can't tell him you can't see his child that you're trying to take care of. Are you silly?
Can I say something?
It's his child.
Just strictly objectively as well. You're right. No, you're right. That could be a guaranteed problem, depending on how good the relationship with how good the co-parent is. You could find a single girl, and I'm just saying the way the
remember the stipulation was they're equal, so you cannot make this girl worse than that girl.
No, she could be equal, but she could like the way I'm talking about today's generation. She could just have a crazy ex that won't leave her alone, bro. It's no, but
again,
it's
that in her control.
Yeah, but it's how can she
control?
That?
We're talking about things that we can control. Like how I see it is this. We always make excuses for these variables to make, because again, you're arguing from one particular point.
I'm just saying it's not as black and white as you're making it out to.
All right, let's put it this way. Let's put another analogy.
Of course
not. Every case by case.
But the world isn't like, do you know what I mean?
Like my point again, I really want to reiterate. I agree with what you man are saying. I agree with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. My point is strictly upon the word settling.
Yeah, same.
It means what it means. If he could have done better and he chose to go for something worse, he settled. That's what it is.
No, but like, suppose
whether you do, actually no, yeah.
Like because even in the clip, the guy asked the woman, 2 men. One's broke forever, one's got money. Who you going for? You gonna choose? Why didn't she choose the broke guy? Why didn't she make excuses? But what if I have a better connection with him? Why did she say all of that? She didn't. She took it objectively because it was favourable. But if the roles were reversed, she would have started making variables. But what if this, that?
There's so many different. But you're right, I agree. But there's my point is the variables are too many to just base it on that.
No, but
and that's why I said from the start,
because the variables, there's so many variables. That's why you have to skim it down and answer the question for what it is.
Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you just never have an answer.
Okay, so suppose he did have 2 women that were good women. I'm not gonna say they were both exactly the same because you're not gonna find 2 women that are exactly the same, but they're good women.
They're good women,
and he has the choice of a good woman that's single, where he gets on better with the woman, and he likes the woman that's better, that's got a child. Is he settling then?
It's on him. If he thinks that woman is better, remember, settlement means you opted out of better to get.
Yeah,
that's the point. That's the key part. If the woman with a child is the best that he could get, he's not settling.
So
because that's the best he could get.
I think when we're looking at this question, the word settle is what people don't like, and then when you don't like the word settle, you're going to start to think again, as I said, from an emotional perspective.
Yeah, do you know? You're right. I agree with you, but it's just because people, it's for example, people don't like the word begging. And we're going back to the last episode regarding GoFundMe. In the principle is you're begging. However, the reason I agree with you, my point. I can't leave my point.
I get where you're coming from.
To me, your point is like this. Let's say you run a law firm, right? Your law firm only hires Harvard graduates, right? You decide to go and hire this kid here that barely finished secondary school, but he's got potential. He's eternally grateful. He's gonna argue, nah, the Harvard shoulda. But your law firm has a standard. Do you get it? For you, that's especially when especially when you had equal candidates that had a Harvard
But that's the black and white.
You see that?
Yeah.
The person that's about
But
that
I've
doesn't
already
qualify
agreed.
is gonna argue and say, "Nah, what do you mean?
You can't help it, like, innit?
That's
So it benefits them more than you.
What happens when people
benefits
cheat in
them
their
more than you.
marriages? What? And then they run off. What?
No, but I'm just showing you because obviously, if you're a woman with a child and you're lonely,
You're gonna fight that corner.
bro, it's gonna take immense integrity for you to say, yeah. To be fair, like if I had my son, I wouldn't even advise my son to marry me. That woman would have an exceptional amount of integrity to say that, but obviously she won't say that because it's counterproductive to what she actually wants.
I hear it.
You get it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like someone admitting that, no, I'd like to be a footballer, but I know I'm not good enough. So to be honest, as you're asking me right now, do I deserve a pro contract? No, but they want a pro contract. How many
Yeah,
people are going to be
yeah.
honest enough and do that? They're not.
Yeah,
They're always just going to argue their corner.
But I think my angle is slightly different though, bro. But I hear you.
That's what it is.
No, but that's your point of view. That's your point of view. I accept your point of view.
I want to talk about the dilemma.
Yeah, we got to listen.
I've got some
do you know
stuff
what?
to say about this dilemma as well.
Yeah. So let it go.
Do you want to
No, you go, bro. You go.
So someone emailed us. We're gonna say Camu for short. That's her name.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say it's
Big up Camus.
or Lisa.
Yeah.
Nah, sure she won't mind.
Yeah.
But she emailed us last week and she was like, help me with advice. I'm gonna have to maybe paraphrase it because she didn't really write the best. So she said, my boyfriend of 5 months told me I'm not supportive and I don't add any value, so he's bored. I'm 22 years old, still in school, dating a 35-year-old, and things are going great until he changed all of a sudden and got distant. I tried a couple times to ask him what's going on, and he would say he's dealing with a lot of work, and I would always ask him, how could I help? Since I can't give him any business-related advice, given I don't know anything. I would always try and make plans for us to meet and hang and talk, which he would avoid. So I don't know what to do until I was fed up of the distance it was creating. Then I asked him, and he told me he's bored of the relationship. What do I do?
What do you do?
I am sorry, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a wrong one.
He's the wrong
I want
He's
to on because I heard from you two.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, you heard from us to the group.
Yeah, I heard from you guys in the group chat.
Firstly, she's 22, my man's 35.
Yeah.
Already, the priorities there are all wrong.
Yeah.
Facts.
All wrong because, number one, you can argue you're 22, you're just starting your life. He's 35, he's probably an established man that's got his established job.
Oh, 13 years, bro.
That's a massive gap.
He's in secondary.
For me, there's no business for a 22-year-old woman, young woman, to be there's no business for that at all. You're young, live your life. You got years ahead of you. Find someone that's your age.
Yeah.
But you see,
What do you talk about?
this is the problem though.
Yeah, true.
Let me tell you why this is the problem.
Go on.
When you said find someone your age, someone her age ain't gonna be able to do the lifestyle that she wants.
Okay.
That's the problem. So it's not that it's bad advice. It's just everything. Life is full of choices and trade-offs.
Yeah.
She's probably with the 35-year-old guy for the very same reasons that you
That I
discussed.
listed, yeah, no,
He's
100%.
established. He's got his stuff together. He's the one that can afford all
Got
these
his
things.
business.
That's why I said I'm sorry to her.
Did you get it? So
But then again,
then she's gonna tell someone her age, like you said, starting their life. She's gonna have the expectations of a 35-year-old and a 22-year-old boy.
but no, that's fine.
Then say that he's not enough.
That's fine. But the life,
Potentially,
the life
because we
you
don't
want,
know. She might not.
The life you want, work hard and provide it for yourself.
It's easy to say that. It's true. It's easy to say that. But back to the point for me. I think the 35-year-old is in the wrong.
100%. I agree with that.
Only because she's 22. She barely knows herself. Who knows themselves at 22? Let's be real.
You're still finding
a
yourself,
child.
man. 100%.
Yeah.
You're still young at 22. Life starts at 25, realistically. Yeah,
Finish uni
that's when
and
you
that.
find out that life is real life. And for me,
Wait, we got something to say?
Of course.
In my opinion, the reason I say that, in my opinion, you can't say to her. He said to her that you can't. What did he say? You're not providing for what I need.
You have no value. You see,
You're not adding value to
you're
the
not adding
relationship.
value.
How as a 35-year-old
bored.
man,
He said he's
do
bored,
you
yeah.
expect a
Said he's bored.
22-year-old
To add value
young
to your
woman
life.
to add value to your life?
Depends what the value is.
It depends.
Because
on what the
value can't be just based on age. Like,
Okay, financially, he knows already.
we don't know what the value is.
Yeah.
Though.
No.
We're just assuming now.
Okay, but let's just put out a few variables. Let's put out a few variables that we can call. Financially, she's not gonna add any value. Let's just say.
Oh yeah. I don't think. I wouldn't expect him to expect that.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what other values does he expect? What other values would he be expecting apart from financially?
She might.
I don't know. To be
she
fair,
might be just a breath of fresh air. Like
She
you know,
just-
like
yeah.
listen. I'm
she
sorry,
makes the
but
house a home or something.
Yeah,
Breath of
like,
fresh air.
Trophy. Like
She just got
trophy wife.
she just got caught up in his
lies.
kind of like you know like
Do you know what it is?
you know like kind of lions he's a gazelle.
Yeah.
Like the chase.
Yeah.
She just got
I think
caught up in the chase.
I think it's very wrong
I
to
think he led her
say
on.
but then, but how do you?
No, but you can't.
about leading
You can't. To be fair, you can't really call that. You don't know. You don't know
say
the.
to her, you're not providing what I need for a relationship right now.
because everyone.
How could
says
she
that
ever
at
provide
some
what you
point.
need?
You don't. But you
never
don't
know.
know what the need is.
Yeah, no.
You don't know what you.
Okay, so what? Okay,
That doesn't mean that he's been leading her on.
Exactly.
Bro,
That doesn't
They're
mean
both consenting adults.
What
bro.
does a 35-year-old have in common with a 22-year-old?
No, I agree with you,
Of
bro.
course,
I
but
agree with you.
like,
He
But
should have just left at the bored part. If he's bored, that's fine. Like, but the you're
Shall
not
I tell you why?
supportive
Shall I tell
and
you why?
you
And
don't
you
add
don't add any
value.
value.
You
Shall I
shouldn't be
tell you
looking.
why?
I agree with you, Dan. You
What's
shouldn't
it,
be
bro?
looking. You shouldn't be looking for value
in a 22-year-old,
22-year-old.
someone that's 13 years younger
You
than
can be
you.
bored of a relationship with
100%.
someone anymore, and
No,
you
but
don't
how
want
can you
that
say you
anymore.
shouldn't be looking for value? You don't know what value he's looking for.
But whatever value he's looking
Alright,
for,
put it
wait,
in
hold on, Dan. Whatever value he's looking for, as a 35-year-old man, your values are going to be different to a 22-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
So
From different stages in your life.
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
jump, you're in completely different regions in life.
Yeah.
What value is that going to provide you?
But then, alright. So then, when we're looking at other people, we're talking about like, alright. When you're thinking about all the rich guys that obviously have all their money and stuff like that, and they're always going out with these girls that are like half their age and stuff like that, yeah. We're looking at the fact that obviously they're making decisions that we wouldn't make ourselves. But we can't say that they're wrong for making those decisions. They're just making different decisions than we would.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So, if you had a daughter or you had a younger sister, yeah?
Thank you, Dan.
She was 22 and she told you she's going out with a 35-year-old man, and how she's explaining it to you, it sounds like she really likes this guy. Then she comes crying to you, showing you text message or whatever, saying he said you don't add no value to my life. What are you gonna say to her?
No,
Hold on. No, let's
on,
just,
no, bro.
Dan.
But you see, you
wait,
made it personal.
no,
Exactly, you made it personal. Even if she
Answer
was
the question.
wrong, but even
If you had a daughter,
yeah.
If you had a daughter,
Yeah.
and your daughter was in the same position as Lisa, what's her name, Lisa?
Yeah.
Call her Lisa.
Lisa.
Call her Lisa.
Bro, I'm riding
L.
out, fam.
Are you going to advise your daughter to get into a wholehearted situation with this man that's 13 years older? Are you gonna say yeah, go be with him?
I don't think the situation.
No, I'm not.
Right, what are you doing?
Well, first of all, she wouldn't be in a relationship with that guy in the first place. If it was if it was my daughter, yeah. If I had a daughter, why are you in a relationship with? First of all, why haven't I met this 35-year-old man to tell him that? Why is he here?
Yeah.
My thing is, my thing is, why are you as a 35-year-old man talking to my 22-year-old daughter?
Exactly.
She doesn't know.
For me, that's borderline scary.
About life, bro.
Flip it round now, though.
That's very predatory.
Flip it round now.
Oh, what? She chased him.
Because they'll chase the lion. Fair.
Oh,
I'm listening. Sorry, bro.
I'm just saying, like,
Fair.
flip it round now. Your brother is with this 22-year-old model or whatever, yeah?
Your brother's 35, yeah?
Yeah, your brother's
Okay.
35. He's with this 22-year-old model.
You're
He's
a wrong'un, bro.
He's established. He's got money. Is whatever. Why is he a wrong'un, though, bro?
No, I'd ask
made a different
No, I'd
decision.
ask my brother, why are you with a 22-year-old?
Yeah, and he's like, she's fun. She makes me feel youthful.
I still think
Nah,
it's
I'll be
wrong.
like, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
For me, it's not. It's a bit.
why is it
I'll just say I don't agree with it.
Because
The age
Exactly,
gap.
but you can-
Because
I
the
just feel
mental,
like
the intelligence, the mental
I
intelligence.
don't agree with it.
Wait, let him answer. Why is it wrong?
I think it's wrong because I think it's wrong depending on what you're expecting from her. Because from the moment you start to say you're not supportive and you don't add value, what
What was you
support and value can she
what you
add other than just being a 22-year-old that can just offer things
probably
like,
looks nice.
oh, can I make you dinner? Oh, can we just go out and do this? Do you want to do this? Like, she's not
And-
gonna add. She's like she said, she can't add business advice.
And let's
to your
be
situation.
real. Let's be real. Let's be real.
He's busy and he's stressed with work.
Yeah.
So any good woman's gonna turn around and be like, can I provide some sort of business advice or some sort of help towards your work? What can I facilitate?
But he never once asked that for.
But let's be real though. Yeah,
do you know?
the value that she probably added from the jump.
Sorry, go on.
The value that she probably added to this guy was probably sexual.
Exactly.
It was probably a physical value that he appreciated the
that
most.
doesn't last, right?
Right.
So guess what?
That's why he's bored.
When she
That's why he's
also
bored,
said this is after 5 months. The fire's gone.
short.
So he's like, all right, cool, it's done. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's why I feel for her.
She's also saying, right, I invite him to hang out and was it going for walks and stuff. Bro, he's 35 years old. He doesn't want to do that.
He should know better though, man.
Do you know?
Wait,
my
wait,
opinion,
wait.
should
Are you
do
saying
that.
that he doesn't have the right to terminate a relationship?
No, we're not saying
That's
that.
what it sounded like.
No, we're not. No,
He's told her all of a sudden that
My point-
you're no longer adding value. Just like how a company can tell an employee, you're no longer adding value. You're cut. You're sacked.
Yeah,
He's
but
not allowed to do that.
I can't think
We're not
about
saying
it
he's not
strictly
allowed,
from an objective point of view, right?
Why not? With the fact
Do you know
what we
why-
got was objective. We don't know what the value
No,
is.
it's
We
true.
don't
No,
know
but what
anything.
I'm
Yeah, no,
saying
fair.
is sometimes, like you, unless that's how you think about everything, just black and white, black and white. I don't think like that.
No, but you're picking scenarios
No, no,
where
but
he's
I'm-
wrong.
no,
pick
no,
a scenario where he's right. Then
No, all I'm
that's
saying-
why I'm going in the
Okay,
middle.
okay.
No one's wrong. No one's right.
All right, let me land then. Like,
But it's
for
very
me,
hard to find a
There's
scenario
11
where
years
he's right in
between
this
me
one, I can't lie.
and my younger brother. Yeah, there's 11 years. There's 13 years between them two. I'm just thinking of it like if I was in a situation, what would I do? Because that's the only way.
First of all, if I was him, I wouldn't be with a 22-year-old girl. That's the first part.
So then, what's the problem with what I'm saying?
I'm just taking it as what it said.
Yeah.
I'm not judging him for.
Okay,
I'm just
so-
taking
so-
what's been
so-
said.
Because you
I'm
lot are
just
saying
saying,
he's a
alright,
wrong
so,
fam.
okay, so
but he's not
here's-
a wrong and he's just made
but
a
I'm
choice
allowed
that
to-
that's not a
I'm allowed to make
choice.
assumptions based on what I've heard. Yeah. Okay, I'm allowed.
Yeah,
to make
go ahead.
assumptions.
I'm just
and
saying.
all I'm trying to say is that what is if it's just solely sexual that it is. First of all, why are you going with someone that's 13 years younger than you? I find that's just me personally. I find
Is 13 years wrong, or is it the fact that she's 22? Because if we're doing 13 years and he said that he's 40 and she's 27, would you have that same view?
no, because she's lived a bit more life.
But it's 13 years. So the principle ain't the 13 years.
She's 3 years.
So the
older.
principle ain't the 13 years.
No, it's
I'd still feel
it's
that.
the 13 years. because of
You just
where
said
they
it's
are.
not. 40 and 27 is 13 years.
Okay, I said it's
Even-
not. But what I'm saying is the fact he's 35 and the fact she's 25. That's the issue. 22. Sorry, that's the issue I have because she's barely starting.
She's just off she's off the
now
back end of her
what
teens.
What she
Like,
thinks
it's
is
still
something
young.
that's gonna go somewhere. He's not necessarily been honest with her. For her to say what he said to her, he's not been honest with her, saying that this is just solely a sexual thing. If he had been honest with her and said, right, you know what, this is what it is. I'm cutting off now. I'm bored. Then you know what, darling, I'm sorry. You have to cut your losses, right? But it sounds like he's probably said more things to her for her to say, this is what he said to me. He said, you're adding no value. What value?
No, but you're assuming though.
Yeah, but
You're
I'm just
assuming
going
that.
based on what it said.
What I'm
She said-
more
she
thinking
said-
is,
she said, I'm not
what
adding
value is he looking for? That's what I really want to know. It's like, what value is he looking for?
And if it's value, why? If it's just
He's
sex,
not
why
looking
do you
for
have to be in
nothing,
a
bro.
relationship
That
with
what
her
he
for
said
5
is an
months?
excuse. That's an excuse.
I'm already think it's wrong to date someone 13 years younger than you. I'm not saying
No
that's.
matter
I'm
the
not saying
ages.
that's.
No,
yeah,
no,
I don't.
at
Even
that
if you're 40 and you're 27, I
Like
don't really know
63
what
and
40 year olds doing with a 27. To be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you see
think
Leonardo
you're too-
DiCaprio.
Huh?
Leonardo DiCaprio has a
Yeah,
car
but
for
that's
25
yeah.
years. Look how old he is.
I don't agree with it.
But I just
See, you don't agree with it, but funnily enough, the girls do.
the wrong in.
Have you ever thought about that?
The wrong in.
You don't agree with it, but funnily
it's
enough,
just-
the girls do.
But then when you go back to school, and I know every man's seen this. You used to see the brothers in the
Corsa.
in the Corsa or the Vectra.
What, I'm talking about like secondary school?
Yeah.
You see, that's already the first difference.
On the bike.
They're not even the age already. They're not a consenting adult.
This 22-year-old has finished uni, by the way.
And deep it. If she
she's
came
at
now,
different stages
if she
in her
came
life.
now and said, "Oh, I've got a 35-year-old man that spoils me, takes me on trips, blah blah blah. Girls, you lot need to start dating up." Nobody would have an issue and say he's a wrongin. In fact, they would give him praise. But unfortunately, now that there's a downside for her,
I would at the beginning still.
I'm telling you, if this girl came out, a 22-year-old, because we see it all the time, where look at Donald Trump and his wife, look at the age difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand? As long as they're benefiting and getting what they want
go-
and,
yeah.
and think
But you know-
all is well, nobody is wrong. Hey, what's age? Nothing but a number.
The thing is,
As soon as it's the guy that's seeming to have the upper hand or
Yeah.
some sort of leverage,
Yeah.
he's such a bad guy.
Yeah.
everyone has a level of accountability. Let's have
Yeah,
that
like
right, yeah. However, based on my own principles, then I think he's taken advantage, and I don't think he should have done that.
I
Based
don't
on what
disagree.
she said, do you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And for me, yeah, it's like that's the equivalent of one of us lot at our age dating an 18-year-old. I'll be looking at my virgin and be like, bro, what are you doing?
No, that's mad.
Do you get what I'm saying? So if my brethren's 35 and he's like, right, you know what, bro? I linked this girl the other day and she's nice. I met her on Tinder and she's 22.
Huh?
What?
Okay, wait.
Well, hold on, but you know, enough people's grandparents as well had bigger age differences.
I'm just saying,
you know what I mean?
I'm not saying it's a ground rule. I'm not saying it's like it's the ground
Things that
rule.
happen back then is not
I just
accepted
personally
today. You
don't
can't
think
even beat your
it's.
children.
I just personally I don't agree with you.
Age gap is age gap.
The
Times
wronging
have
part
changed.
only for me is for
You
where he
can't go
says
around
that you're not
saying-
supportive
calling people
and
gay.
blah blah blah. If you're bored, just say you're bored and you don't want a relationship anymore because she was just a bit of fun. That's all right. Just say that. But the whole part about you're not supportive, don't then give her the
But
additional
wait,
baggage
but
to then go through life. Have to think that was the reason.
Why are we in the position to tell him that she is supportive? What evidence do you have that she is? We have no evidence that she's not, and we have no evidence that she is. So why do we automatically take the stance that she is supportive and he's lying?
Yeah.
Just because she said it.
Listen,
Did you know what?
Hey, guys, yeah.
I'll say one last thing. It's based on your principles now. So how you've been looking at it is objective.
Of course.
No, and which is good. But based on but I'm
If it was me,
when I answer questions like or dilemmas like this, I have to base it on my principles, innit?
But then that's not objective.
I have to be objective, but when I think about it, when I deep it, and I'm listening to the dilemma and what she's saying, I have to think about it based on principles. And I know that even if you pass the question on to any one of your brethren, if my man is 35 and we know my man, and he comes back and tells us I'm dating a 22-year-old and we're in a relationship,
would ask him why from the get-go. Do you get it?
But this is what I'm saying.
It wouldn't even get to the stage where it is now.
We got a client.
Listen, let us know what advice you have.
I love it.
I don't. In fact,
Say something to Lisa quickly because
what
She should
advice
leave him,
would you
run,
give her?
cut him.
I would say, listen, enjoy life. You don't need to be in that
Yeah, you don't
relationship.
need to go
Go
have
and
some fun,
enjoy
man.
life. You're not
young.
forced, you're not bound to this relationship. So
Right.
go and do what you're doing.
Couple girls,
Live life.
holidays, all of that.
Yeah, man.
I think anything more than 5 years at this age is too
much.
That's what I'm gonna say, because you need
Yeah,
to
I
be
feel
in the
like I'm in
same sort of
different-
generation.
different, yeah,
You need to be in the same
different
sort of
100%,
mindset.
100%.
For a guy to be telling you that you're not supporting me, he's 35. What?
There's you know what I mean, like you're
That's embarrassing, man.
you're just finding yourself now. You're young.
Discover who you are.
Exactly. Discover who
Live
you
your
are.
life.
Enjoy your life.
Love
You're
your
young.
life.
Do what young people do, which is just have fun and find yourself.
And
Do you
don't
know what I
die
mean?
for free. Get life insurance.
Yeah.
You know one thing I'll say to
Start
her?
from now.
I'd ask her to sit down. First of all, think of the end from now, and then reverse engineer it. What type of life do you want to actually have? What type of relationship do you want to have? What type of guy do you want? Then think about how that person would look, and then work accordingly. Because I'm sure the type of guy you are won't be like that, and whatnot. I'm probably not that age either.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yes, you come to the end of another episode. With
72.
We need 3-hour episodes.
We
do. But yes, bro.
AJ needs to come back for part 2, fam.
Pleasure, man.
Plug your socials again.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at @ionoble_. So that's AYONOBLE_.
Yeah.
Real easy.
And we'll do that. Yeah. All right.
Love that.
Yeah.
Been here with Aaron.
Been there with Shapes,
Be here with
Ayo.
Shores.
Been here with DCB,
aka
Chargy D,
aka
Angle Man Dan.
Voice of reason.
All right. Peace.